Hi, I'm Rob Bernstein,
And I'm Marcia Eckert.
and welcome to Everything Neurodiversity.
Our topic for today is advocacy for kids. We're talking about school primarily, and parents, and what the balance should be.
Right, so it's self-advocacy versus parental advocacy.
Right, and the ultimate goal, we all know, is for people to be able to advocate for themselves.
Right.
And to say, I need noise canceling headphones, or I need this to be explained more thoroughly, or I need something, because that way we can make clear what we need to be successful. But kids don't start out that way.
Right, well, because they need to be aware of themselves and what they need, which isn't such an automatic thing.
Right, and they also may not have words to express it, or even if they know what it is, they may not have words to express it. So at the very beginning, a parent is likely to have to come in to help the teacher understand, this is my kid's sensory profile, or this is the kind of time when my kid has problems, and to kind of talk about it so the teacher has awareness. But after that, we want to bring the child in, right?
That's right, I was just going to say. Yeah, as early as possible, bringing the child in to maybe a meeting with the teachers, and decide what is the best way for the child to communicate when he or she is upset or needs to move or whatever else is going to make that person more successful in class.
Right, and from the teacher's perspective, what's a way that's going to work to communicate that to me? And it may sometimes be a question of timing, because there are times when maybe a kid doesn't understand and needs clarification and needs to ask a bunch of questions, and rather than just have the teacher say, no, I'm going on, how can the kid get that need met? And maybe before the kid has to do the assignment, the teacher's going to come back and explain it more thoroughly, but finish the explanation of the class. So it has to be involved with the teacher having a say in, this is the best way, or a way I can, be listening and respond, and the kid knowing, there's a way that I can ask for what I need and it will get responded to.
That's the key. What you want the teacher to respond. If a kid says, I can't do this, then, we need to at least listen to the child.
Right, and a parent certainly is going to go from being the one totally explaining to bringing the child in and having a discussion that's not in any way judgmental of the child. That's not saying this is a bad thing you need to ask, or it's bad to ask for breaks, but rather, look, there's times we know when you need a break, when maybe it gets too much in class for you, and and to work out a way together that can get expressed. And like having it may not always have to be verbal, because a lot of times kids either aren't self-aware enough or don't have the words, and so it may be that when you need a break, you can have this yellow piece of paper, and when you put it on your desk,
Right.
It means you can take a break. But
Right.
that might not be just for neurodivergent kids.
Could be everybody.
Yeah, that might be necessary for some neurotypical kids too, who sometimes just need a break.
So before we go, here's a scenario. I'm making this up. Kid comes home, I hate school. I hate my teacher, right? So, okay, all right, so what is it? What happened? Is it a social thing? And then that may wind up as being, instead of the kid hating school because they don't know what to do about it, then maybe it winds up being a self-advocacy thing.
All right, again, with the parent maybe coming in and communicating that the child's coming home from school and just, kind of very upset.
Right.
Or the child may be expressing being upset in school, but the parent kind of coming in as the translator, knowing the child best, and saying, this is what's going on, but maybe when ready, bringing the child in to come up with solutions so that the child can be in the classroom and can have it work well.
Yeah, have a voice.
Right.
That's
so
good.
Some ideas. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.